关系。那个2个班长没来，因为他的 computer 等一下他会带到我的力啊，已经 on 了。没有啦，他那接站那边还没开嘞。
Okay, time's up. Please stand up. Please hold the palm. One palm to the Buddha. First prostration. Second prostration. Third prostration. Okay, one bow to the Buddha again. Okay, please stay sick. Okay, please stay sick. Okay, so before we chant the Buddhist Sasa. Hello, because echo. 没那个音响amplifier. 你看 too extreme is either too loud or no voice. That's why must be middle part. Oh, uncle. Sorry, no uncle, brother. Sorry, too fast. Why you laugh? Do sabo me. The technician very important. New start. Hello, testing. Lower down a little bit. Hello, testing. Hello, testing. So far so good. Okay. Brother, I like it. Uncle again. Hey, brother, can already? Can. Kamsia. Thank you. Okay, so before we do the chanting, there's somebody passed away. That's why we put the Chinese word "吕师尼." Okay, so later on we chant the 观音菩萨圣号, transfer the merit to her. She passed away because very young. I heard from the volunteer, 31 years old. She 31歲31 years old. After give birth, 生了孩子之后 then pass away. So poor thing. Anyway, we transfer the merit for her and hope that she can go to the Pure Land, Okay, please hold the palm and follow me. 南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世 应菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音 世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。Okay, please follow me. 南无本师释迦牟尼佛。南无本师释迦牟尼佛。南无本师释迦牟尼佛。OK。Okay, good morning, all brothers and sisters. Okay, please refer to your textbook, page 364. Okay, so as I say, this lady's Lu Shini passed away. Okay, so we transfer the merit, just now the chanting to her, as well as today the lesson to her. Okay, hope that she can go to the Pure Land. So such a young age, in the young age, 31 years old only, right? So after give birth, then pass away. I don't know what happened. Anyway, okay. So the first announcement is regarding our next lesson. Okay, our next lesson will be on the 17th this month, as usual, on the 3rd week. Another thing is just to remind everybody, as for the especially for the latecomer, when you come in, then please, close the curtain. That one, otherwise, because outside can see the inside there, so distraction, everything. So make it a good habit. After you come in, then please just pull the curtain, close the curtain, the other side, the entrance there. Okay. Third announcement. Now, the organizer, after I've spoken to them, we already discussed. Now, as for our new talk, because they're going to prepare for the poster, So we confirm the date, confirm date for the new sutra will be on 2nd of March 2025. I think it should be around there, yeah. Because they prefer to make it at the beginning of the month. Actually, I prefer after Chinese New Year, so you need to wait for, so long, then we start the new talk. But they prefer on the beginning, they prefer beginning of the month. So instead of February, we change to March, beginning of March. So in other words, as for our Diamond Sutra, so we will be finished by end of January. That means before Chinese New Year. So in other words, I don't need to really have to rush, just at the last lesson. So doesn't mean I can take my own sweet time and, normal pace, middle path. Normal pace, okay? So that's an arrangement. Now another thing, just now I say, uncle, brother, you're laughing. You know what I know? I really encounter experience. Last time I call somebody, then there's a lady pick up the phone call. Usually, very naturally, we are all Singaporean. They say, auntie, because, uncle. But doesn't mean that auntie, that means refer to your old age, because you're old lady, more than 50 years old, more than 40 years old, then I say auntie. The ladies are so sensitive, I say, auntie, 你好。我不是 auntie 的，我还年轻哎。你看，that means 我得罪他了，你知道吗？ But it doesn't mean they refer to the old age because I didn't see her before 嘛 just through the phone 嘛。So then she also don't realize that I'm a monk, otherwise she dare not to scold me 嘛。哎呀，你不要叫我 auntie 我还年轻呢。我说sorry， 我不是这个意思。So next time when I call already I don't never say auntie anymore. 看头看面丢，快丢妈了嘛 ，get scolded already. So I say 你好，我跟你讲there's a Chinese phrase 礼多人不怪。That means if you are more courtesy, people won't bring you right. But now if you are too courtesy, people will bring you. So better keep silence, don't talk. Just say 你好，thank you, bye bye. Short and sweet. Unless you see her face, she look young. They say 哇，你很年轻哦，她当然很高兴嘛，可以了。你很老了，then anyway. But everybody were getting old. Okay, please refer to the textbook. Now, so we actually, is in the last verse, for the chapter 24, 24分. Now, basically this chapter 24 is talk about the good fortune and the wisdom, 福智, in Chinese called 福慧双修. So you always say that, good fortune or blissful, and wisdom are in parallel. All right, we cultivate these both are in parallel. That means at the same time, because good fortune in terms of for your life, smooth life and everything, lesser obstacle. This is called 福报. Just like you come here for the Dharma talk, all these are due to your good fortune. You 福报嘛, correct? Not like some people are non-Buddhist, especially like Lü Ji-si, passed away at the age of 31. So we will never take things for granted. This or that. Anything can happen. Impermanent. Anything can happen. I believe that you and me, we do have this kind of experience. When you think about more positive things, they will end up to be negative. 它跟你唱反调了 against you. Correct not? You ever experience, right? If you think too positive, the thing will sometimes turn out to be negative. If you think too negative, sometimes things turn out to be positive. So how? Pretend to think negative. 假嘛 Because you think negative turn out to positive, right? The best thing according to reason, these are considered too extreme. So how? 随缘 don't think anything. 不要想太多。人家说 treasure your present life, don't think so much. Correct no? Because the thing will just change. You don't know what's going to happen. Just like this American presidential election coming on the 5th of November, the coming Tuesday. So don't think too much and don't guess too much because a lot of crazy American people. Anything can happen. Correct no? So a lot of people bookie want to bet or whatever. This round very difficult. And this is the really break the historical record. Why? Because in the American history, usually before 2-3 weeks or 1 month, you can see clear cut already. Because there's a big gap, But now, very, very close fight. Right now, so don't go and bet because you don't know what's going to happen. Correct or not? So impermanent, anything can change. Okay, back to here. Now, so this is actually chapter 24. I talk about the bliss, good fortune, 福报, and wisdom. And this is actually in Buddhism very important because this one we have to cultivate in parallel at the same time. Like you're doing a voluntary work, do a lot of good gesture, help as a volunteer, do a lot of you donate a lot of money, something like that. Now, all these are good fortune, 福报. But you need the wisdom as well, because without wisdom we cannot counteract, abandon all our mental defilement. All right. In other words, you don't have the wisdom, then we cannot become another one or attain liberation. Now, so can you see the page 364? Okay. And the normal son or daughter grabs but a single front line gata of this Dharma teaching of the perfection of wisdom and make it known to others, Subhuti, the body of merit will be greater by more than 100-fold, indeed, by an amount beyond comparison. Of course, if you are giving in terms of the materials, wealth, money, and so forth, this considered is a kind of donation, out of the good gestures. Just like Buddhism talk about giving, but this is not enough because you're talking about wisdom is more beyond that, right? Beyond that, so it's more on the spiritual development, more on our something to do our affliction. Or mental defilement, right? So it's beyond materialistic life or whatever, beyond that. So even more countless, cannot be counted, right? So it's beyond that. We say countless, 数不尽的, right? Okay? So they're trying to say that. Can you see how they explain here? Once again, the Buddha put aside the non-existence of body, of merit, and remind Subhuti that the difference in such merit is based on the difference in the gift and the recipient. Now, I ever said before, okay, 3 words in connection with emptiness, 三轮体空 in Chinese. Right, so these 3 ways in terms of the 3 parties, the giver, the receiver, and the things we give. So have to in connection with the emptiness, in connection, 跟空相应. The emptiness means detachment. I told you already, 没有执着, detachment. Okay? Just like you give me something, you don't attach to, think that because I'm the giver, I help you. You are the one I'm helping. And what I help you? Money, food, any items. Now, if we attach to it, this is considered imperfect already. Still considered giving, but imperfect, 不究竟. Out of 100 marks, you score 70 marks, 60 marks, just pass. But if you detach from no self, practice no self, there's no giver, no the other party, and the things you give, and this is considered, emptiness, detachment, and this is 100 marks, 100%. Okay? And this won't cause suffering. Because you don't expect people to say thank you, because you practice no self. Out of good gesture, out of just like, you just want to help people. You don't expect for anything return, right? If you have high expectation, end up you're more disappointed. Now, so you say recipient. Also, without such a body of merit, non-existent thought, it is no realization or teaching is possible because you don't attach to anything. Okay, so this is called practice no self. It's everything in connection with emptiness. Okay, that's why, therefore, I always told you, emptiness means detachment. 没有执着，空就是没有执着。Very important concept. Emptiness doesn't mean nothingness, empty pocket. No. Okay, emptiness means detachment. Because emptiness, you still recognize the things, you still recognize, but it's just like you don't attach to it. You don't cling on to it. You recognize the function of the computer, but I don't cling on to it. But some people cling on to it, just a handphone, right? iPhone, whatever. People just go there, spend so much money, go and buy. And even in the MRT, is out of 10, you can see 9 or even 11 out of 10. People keep on looking at the phone. They don't bother about surrounding. But phone is very useful. But if you think this is called addicted already, because it attached to you. Okay? So this is considered another extreme, very, very extreme. Okay? And you can see dangerous, My student told me, he say, don't know, came out in the newspaper or whatever. He say, there's girls want to cross the road, red light or whatever. Then, I don't know why come handphone so important. I mean, so urgent. You keep on look at the handphone, don't look at the drama or whatever. Then, do even look out and see the traffic light, whether turn to green, then you cross the road. You just see surrounding of people, see the walking step, people walking already. Then she thought it's a red light already, green light already. So you just follow. Not even look up to see whether any vehicles or traffic light. You see, so dangerous. So dangerous. So while you're walking or whatever, please don't look at your handphone. Why so important? I can't understand. Walking, you just practice mindfulness according to Buddhism. You just walk properly, eat properly. Some people eat with the handphone. You see, it's a very bad habit, and this is called not mindful enough. Right? You say mindfulness. You see, mindfulness talking in terms of you do one thing at the same time and very focused. Then you can have an achievement. You cannot think about so many things, so many do at one time. 一心多用, very difficult. How to focus? Correct or not? So dangerous, you just cross the road like that, very, very dangerous, Correct or not? Well, I don't know what happened. Okay, so without such a body, there's no Buddhahood or no liberation. Okay, but such existence through non-existence, right, is only possible because they are both reflection of the perfection of wisdom. All right, perfection of wisdom, 智慧度, because one of the 6 perfection, 6 perfection, right, due to 6 parameter in Mahayana Buddhism, right, cultivated by Bodhisattva, and this is considered Bodhisattva path, 菩萨道. Okay. And the Dharma body of reality, of course, Dharma body is one of the body, fasten, the spiritual body, that means the truth, satya, refer to truth. Okay, so it's beyond material, beyond materialistic world. Right? So, now, the fact that the name of this teaching is mentioned here for the second and the last time in this sutra has suggested to some commentators that this marks the conclusion of the main body of the text. Of course, this is the main focus, right, for this Dharma Sutra. In other words, the Dharma Sutra is all talking about sunyata, 空, right, emptiness. Okay? Or we more precisely, we can say ultimate emptiness. No, it's just emptiness. I ever told you before, even I told my student monk in our college. For Theravada Buddhism, they also talk about emptiness, sunya. If you know the historical background, right, when they talk about emptiness, they refer to self-attachment, to abandon the self-attachment, 我执破我执. So more on the self-attachment. So they're very keen for the self-cultivation, self-liberation. They want to become arahat. That's the main difference between Bodhisattva and arahat. Bodhisattva is more on not only self-benefit, but also benefiting others in terms of all sentient beings, due to great compassion. So the emptiness not only for self-attachment, but also the attachment of all things in the phenomena. 法空, 才能够法空, besides self-attachment, 我空, then 法空. So 2 emptiness. Not only self-attachment or emptiness for the self-attachment by Theravada Buddhism. So there's a main difference between Theravada and Mahayana. All talk about emptiness, but difference. One is called ultimate emptiness, emptiness or emptiness. The other one is only for self-attachment. So therefore, they are very keen for their self-cultivation, self-liberation. And the result for them is called arahat, but not bodhisattva. So this is the main difference between Theravada Buddhism and Mahayana Buddhism. Okay? Now, So, he said to some commentator that this marks the conclusion of the main body of the text, or the third of its 4 parts, each of it concludes 8 chapters. Okay? Now, below you can see Asanga, Chinese called Wu Zhuo, one of the brother or co-founder of the Yogacara school, Wei Shi, or Mind Only school. Asanga, page 438. Next page, Shen Zhao, another Chinese philosopher, Chinese great monk, page 460. Shen Yi, page 461. Hui Nen, the 6th patron, page 449. Hong Lian, page 449. Yan Ping, page 470. Chen Xiong, page 441. All those scholars. Next, Fu Xi, page 446. Dao Chuan, page 464. Okay, so this one you can read out by yourself. You can refer to the behind the glossary. Right? Next time we got time, then we go through a little bit. Huh? Okay, so now can you turn to page 369. Chapter 25. Okay, chapter 25. So I will read in Chinese Sutra first. Please refer to your Chinese Sutra. 第25分 page. Oh, I don't know which page because different from mine. 第25分 chapter 25. 第25分 you see the title there? 话无所话 you see the title? 话无所话分第25。须菩提，一意云何？汝等勿为如来作是念：我当度众生。须菩提，莫作是念，何以故？实如有众生如来度者，若有众生如来度者，如来即有我人众生受者。须菩提，如来说有我者，岂非有我，而凡夫之人以为有我。须菩提，凡夫者，如来说既非凡夫，是名凡夫。Okay, this one not very long. So now can you refer to your textbook? Chapter 25. Subhuti, what do you think? Does it occur to the Tathagata? I rescue beings? Surely, Subhuti, you should hold no such view. And why not, Subhuti? The beings does not exist who is rescued by the Tathagata. Subhuti, if any being were rescued by the Tathagata will be attached to a self. He will be attached to a being, attached to a life, and attached to a soul. Attachment to a self, Subhuti, is said by the Tathagata to be no attachment. Yet foolish people remain attached. And foolish people, Subhuti, are said by the Tathagata to be no people. Thus are they called foolish people. Now they use the word foolish. Of course you say, well, stupid. Of course that doesn't mean that you are low educated, and then I say you are stupid, something like that. But these foolish people refer to those are ignorant one. 愚痴, it means without wisdom. Okay? Don't just see the vocab, the word on the surface. Hey, how can school people? I'm foolish. That means you're very smart. You're very intelligent. No. So Chinese call 愚痴, ignorant. Ignorant means without wisdom. 没有智慧. I give you an example. I told you so many times, in fact, just like those, professor, they highly educated one, because they got PhD, highly educated. They can say, you are very stupid, foolish. They can scold you foolish, stupid. Yeah, because they are highly educated. They read so many books. They very knowledgeable. So we are loaded, not high educated. Of course, he can scold you, you are stupid, foolish. But luckily, from our perspective, you can not say scold back, you can tell him back or her back. He said, you are ignorant. Correct. Because you are Buddhist, you got wisdom. I mean, if you really attend, know the Dharma, everything, so you got wisdom. But for him, no wisdom. Why? He don't know the Dharma. Wisdom and knowledge are different. He's knowledgeable, but no wisdom. So, 扯平 50-50. He said you are foolish, he said you are ignorant. So different one. The meaning of the two words are different. Okay? So at least you feel more consolation, 安慰一下，各位呢 ？Why, boy, why you laughing? Sadhu. So next time you're in the army, officer say, "You are stupid." You are idiot, stupid. Sometimes we get scolded by the army officer, right? Yes, I'm stupid, sir, but you are ignorant. What the hell you are talking? I'm ignorant. Right now. You are ignorant. He said, what the hell you are talking ignorant? You want to know the meaning? Please follow me. Come to Buddhist lodge. Okay, so that's why they use the word foolish people. Sometimes you see English are very difficult, to express it, some implication, the meanings behind. But Chinese one, sometimes quite straightforward, easier. Right? Okay, shall we look at the textbook? Chapter 25. So in chapter 3, the Buddha tells us that a bodhisattva set forth on the path to enlightenment by resolving to liberate all beings, but does so while remaining unattached to the perception of self, a being, a life, or a soul. Because Chinese there's a phrase called 莲花出泥而不染. Just a Guan Pusa, back to this earth again, this world, and just want to liberate, save all sentient beings. So mix around with us. Perhaps you don't know. People surrounding you, probably one of them are Guan Yin Pusa. But we cannot see through our physical eye, naked eye. We don't know. You say, I keep on always net me, or your mother, or your friend, or whatever, keep on scold me, something like that. But the one probably is a Guan Yin Pusa, no? Who knows? Because he want to help you, ma. They tell you just to educate you because they want you to be good. But you go and create the karma, verbal karma, and talk bad about her or him. That's why I end up with so many karma. End up with heavy karma still around. 业障深重 because you go and scold her. Probably she's a Guan Yin Pusa, but you don't know. Possible, right? Possible. Now, so Guan Yin Pusa in this earth or in this world, because why? He want to stay around with us, mix around with us, and know our problems, and try to help us, save us. It's subject to, provided you are close to the sentient beings, you know their problems. If you keep a distance, just a boss and the employee, if you keep a distance, you don't know what your subordinate, your worker doing. It's just like the supermarket Sheng Siong, Singapore, the Sheng Siong supermarket is very successful, no? No, very successful enterprise, no? The boss, I guess, probably is a Buddhist, You see, the way he do, just like he practice a four embracing virtue, Bodhisattva path, practice, because this one of the four embracing virtue, giving, loving speech, working together, beneficial conduct, 四摄嘛, and all this all he have, and this is how he to attract his employee to work for him, to really sacrifice for the company, and he also very generous because he give away a lot of bonus. During the COVID period, COVID-19, I don't know whether I know you don't read the newspaper, but the newspaper came out, hey. All the company bankrupt or whatever because COVID-19 people cannot walk out, cannot isolated, confined to yourself at home. He make a profit, still make a profit, how many months he give away the bonus? 4 months, 开玩笑, 4 months bonus, he still can make money, and now he give away 6 months bonus, 6个月嘞. That's why very successful. And we keep on open the branches of branch. And open another one recently near Bright Hill Temple. Then somebody joking, 他的老板可能就是要卖给我们的出家人，我说卖给你们就倒店。才多少个出家人 going on? It just happened that because they have a one, near the temple, so some monk want to buy something, go there and buy a more convenient or walking distance. I mean, so coincident. To me, coincident, 刚好凑巧. And I don't know whether he's a Buddhist or not. I don't know. I say I don't know. But if he is a Buddhist, that means he know the Dharma, no? The way he do, just like Bodhisattva path, no? Bodhisattva spirit, you know. That's why he make it very successful. You look at the Singapore, the supermarket, NTUC, of course, that one step up government, okay. That one's the biggest one. Then Sheng Siong, Giant always import from Malaysia, right? But you see how they display the item. You know, you go to the supermarket, 他排东西嘛 display the item. You look at, if you compare the two, just two, Sheng Siong or Giant, you look at Giant one, now YouTube, but I never say bad. Look at that. Then you see some never lay out properly one, or in the mess one. But you see they lay out properly and make it environment nicer, brighter. People see already, people will buy, This is how the way you attract the customer, You believe or not, I mean, up to you. It's true, You put lang lang, all in the mess, you you want to buy, do you think that whether I want to buy or not, People think twice before I buy, Correct, So very important. 佛要金砖，人要衣装。The Chinese phrase. In the church, when I was in Bristol, I went to the church. You see how they dress. Even don't talk about Bristol, you talk about Singapore, the church, or the city harvest or whatever. You see, they dress up very proper dress, smart, everything. The girls make up very nice, presentable lah. Not say going to seduce people. But you look at Buddhists, I tell you, a lot of beggar, 丐帮帮主。Never iron, 做一个洞那个洞，跟他济公活佛，你看到你就仙给了咯。You see, this is a kind of attitude, mentality different. So you dress properly, you look very professional. 各位喏，这无变的，not say you attach to it. Also in the way you pay the respect to the Buddha, actually, like to them, they pay respect to the God, They never wear the short one. 我真少看到，你看到无？ Christian go to the church with a short. She said no. 穿短褲你知無？你有see a lot of hair 嘛，打波嘛，你個歹看無歹看咯。即唔知講有影歹看無？ So I don't know why 咧，清菜Buddhist 就這樣講咯。They thought this is no sound. If you say no sound，馬上賣清你個唔是更加好。你個面清了嘛 ？Freedom， 你個面清。 So very funny. This one don't say I want to say, Correct, So give people an impression, how do people believe and trust Buddhism? Cannot. No matter how smart are you, how good is your theory, people just discount already. Correct, Think about it. Okay, so here the Buddha said that after having achieved the goal of enlightenment, a Bodhisattva does not now become exempt from this dictum. Okay, just as a Bodhisattva liberate no beings, to them is I think liberate sentient beings because as a Bodhisattva he didn't attach to it. 我没有度众生啊 I never give a talk Although they did give a talk, give a sermon, 弘法 but they never attach to it. But not like you and me as an ordinary people or even as a monk. Laity or the Sangha, we always attach to it. 哎呦，怎么样啊？多人嘛，something like that. So particular about this one. Yeah. To him, as a Buddha or Bodhisattva, they just ignore. They don't care because they didn't attach to it. Although they really pay attention to it, but they didn't attach to it. Right? So, just as a Bodhisattva, liberate no beings. Doesn't mean that he didn't liberate beings. Yes, but he didn't attach to it. That's why I say I liberate no being. 我没有度众生啊。Neither does a Buddha rescue being. No. To Shakyamuni Buddha, no. Correct or not? But to us, yes. Something like that. So, for to do so would amount to believe in an entity and thus an attachment. We always talk about attachment. Now we take a look. But if you use the two words in English called cling on, right? Cling on or attach. Attach only one word only. Chinese called 执着. Chinese one cannot change one, the vocab. 就是两个字，执着。Hokkien 叫接掉。I think Hokkien you don't know, right? You know last time the Buddhist talk 故事里嘛，隆重真侪福建人诶 ，out of 70-80%， 你看老菩萨拢都讲福建诶 ，but now even 老菩萨讲华语了。你 now hardly see people give away the Dharma talk， 佛理讲做 in Hokkien， 潮州 Cantonese yes，but Hokkien 我真少听到咧，你有听无 ？Last time 故事里冇 ，you know the chanting 阿弥陀經啊，阿弥陀經啊 ，Hokkien one 咧 ，now all Mandarin right， 冇 Hokkien 了。No dialect already, you know. Now 我们呢个执着，福建叫什么？唔知影。今年嘛唔知影嘛。Now I tell you， 切掉，我死，什么叫切掉 ？Right? Literally translate, you know, from the Chinese 执着。I don't know it's a good sign or not. Slowly, we've forgotten all the dialect. Right now. To me, Singapore all multi-nation, whatever, multi-culture. So I think dialect also sometimes at home 啦，讲几句啦，对不对？ Why, brother Ang? Why you open your mouth? Okay, 执着执掉。In Buddhism, attachment refers to the ways who grasp or cling, right, to other people, objects, idea.Or experiences, or you can cover all these things. So clinging is identified as one of the main causes of suffering in our life. And this is how we suffer, because we attach to it. 因为我们执着嘛。You can say we are highly influenced. We are highly influenced by the external object. 我们受到很大的影响 highly influenced. Correct or?In terms of people, in terms of weather, in terms of economic, in terms of climate. That recently happened in Taiwan, typhoon. I got students so lucky. Went there after 2 days, typhoon, jialat. And the typhoon, this one very strong, the wind. So they stay in the hotel, kill 2 people. So Singapore so far so good. But we don't know what's going to happen in future. We don't know.Right now, you see, no, Singapore no natural resources. 不要讲得太早哦。Too early to tell you 哦。Right now, anything can happen. Right now, boy. Good. Okay, so through Buddhist teachings and practices, we can understand the nature of our grasping and liberate ourselves. Okay, from it, achieving nirvana. Of course, nirvana is the end of the suffering, or we call it liberation.解脱 It's only we know, can see the true reality, or we know that everything is depend on causes and conditions. 因缘的 due to the nature of emptiness, if you know the Dharma, 性空 and I told you so many times, nature is a philosophical term. We cannot see the nature of the statue or computer because we cannot see through our naked eye. Nature means characteristic, 性质 and this one cannot see by the naked eye one.You only see the form, the appearance, the outlook of the object. Why not? So emptiness referring to the nature. Emptiness is not referring to the appearance of the thing. If referring to the appearance, and of course this is called nothingness, nothing. But you refer to the nature, the characteristic of the object. Okay? Now, but because neither the subject who is attached, nor the object is attachment is real. Okay? Every attachment is essentially no attachment. Okay? Next page. And yet people are attached. People like you and me, we always used to attach in our life. We see things, we do things, everything we attach to it. Because we are highly influenced by that. And this is how we cause suffering. But if there's a good thing, of course, initially you attach to it. But once, eventually, you have to go beyond. Just like you come here for Dharma talk. This is due to your desire. You have a desire to come here. But desire is a good desire. But it's considered attachment. It's considered imperfect, in fact. You know. So it's until you know the emptiness Dharma, then you go beyond that. Then this is our ultimate goal. Right? You think about it. You come here is due to your desire, because you want to come here to learn. And this is considered attachment, 执着. But this is a good desire. But, you know, neither good nor bad. This is called middle path. Right? So whether good or bad, we still have to go beyond that. And this is called middle path. Ultimately, you know, this is our final goal. Okay? Thus, such people are called foolish. People like you and me, because without wisdom, due to ignorance, that's why we are foolish. If I were the author, I don't use the word foolish. I mean those translation one. Because foolish is a kind of word people don't like it. Open foolish that means you are very intelligent. You are so smart. I mean in English, if you say ignorant, then you just subject put a footnote, you know, something like that. But this translator, I don't know. This is actually rapine. This guy, So boy, you write in and complain, appeal to it. I don't like the word foolish. Please explain and amend it. Try to amend. Okay, so thus such people are called foolish because they do not see that their attachment are empty of any sound nature, and therefore no attachment. Still, even though they are foolish to cling to what isn't real, 不是真正真实的 isn't real, is unreal. So according to Buddhism, all things in the phenomena are unreal, delusion, 虚妄的 unreal, delusion. See, just like scenario, this morning and one scenario, afternoon another scenario. It's just a wayang show, right? So every day keep on changing. Different scenario, 不同的剧本. So how can you bother so much sometimes? But good things, of course, you have to pay attention to it. You know, if there's a good things for us to improve, whatever. But if it's something, you know, to cause our mental defilement, then we better think twice. So, you see, it isn't unreal. Isn't real. Because all are unreal, right? Because subject to changes. When you say unreal, it's not permanent. Not permanent. All are impermanent, subject to changes. So according to Buddhism, impermanent cause suffering. 无常故苦. Correct? Now we are all young, for instance. But as time goes by, we are getting older and older, no? So impermanent. Not forever we are young, right? So things are up and down. You know, sometimes good, sometimes bad. Just like weather, you know, up and down, or economic, everything. Okay? So they are but a thought away from Buddhahood. So thus, Buddhas rescue no one. So in other words, let me tell you, from the Buddhist perspective, when you see these things are real, means things are permanent. The things won't change. And this is called real. Okay? 真实啊. If you think real, the things shouldn't be changed. 它不应该会改变的. The things considered are impermanent, and this is not real. Those are impermanent. So therefore, you say your next one, your couple, whether he or she, your husband or wife, do you think real? Unreal. Why? Subject to changes. 对不对? Subject to changes. When conditions change, the thing will change. 没变吗? 因缘改变吗? So the thing will change. And this is how you cause suffering. 你说, 哎呦, 拍拖的时候他很爱我嘞, 那是马打请蝶口嘛, last time. Last time the police wear the short one ma. Now the police wear short. You know, Hong Kong the same thing. Hong Kong police also wear short like Singapore. 你记唔记得when I was young, 马打请蝶口嘛? Baba, have you seen before? No, before you born. TV, the old TV one. The Hokkien say, 炸西马打请得考嘛 in Hokkien 嘛 ，the thing will change one 嘛。所以我是因为他以前不是这样的吗？不是以前这样，他本来就是这样的嘛。所以这才能 show you the true color 啊。Is it correct or not? So that's why husband and wife or whatever or friends or whatever, everything is a challenge. So sometimes you must look at the good one. You cannot look at the bad one because everybody got good and bad. If you keep on looking at the bad one, then very difficult. That's why I always joke with people. Before you marry, open two eye. 一定要 open two eye 嘛，看清楚的嘛。我说 not 100% 嘛。After you marry, close one eye. You cannot close two eye, no? Close two eye 是mati咧，死起了 close two eye， 什么都无管了，right no? So marry open one eye, before marry two eye, both eye, right no? 就是这样。So does the Buddha rescue no one? Foolish people rescue foolish people. That's why I don't like the word foolish because very sensitive, right no? Foolish 就是Chinese 就是说笨嘛。对啊，笨嘛。Then the other one 聪明 in contrast means intelligent 嘛 ，smart 嘛，对咯。But actually from our view is talking about ignorance 嘛，就是愚痴嘛，没有智慧嘛，对咯。Because I believe red pine is not how to say not the kind of Buddhist really scholar how to use the Buddhist term, right? Anyway. Do no comment 你可以 comment 就加来讲，来 we America say you fly to America then we discuss together, right? Anyway, but the people like us and when you explain the time, then of course in addition of that, then you need to explain why they use the word foolish. So try to cover for red pie, So he should thanks me, give me a coffee, Starbucks, the newspaper came out today, the Starbucks, they where wow, you look at the decoration, the design, the shop, very nice, really so small and comfortable. The very conducive environment. You get a piece of coffee. Of course, I don't drink coffee. Then you get chit-chat with people, talking about the Dharma. I see that, we see that, something like that. But I tell you, now out of good gestures, they do a lot of charity. You buy 1 cup of Starbucks. I don't know how much does it cost. $6, $5. I don't know. $2. That's why buy 1 cup of coffee. $2 they donate to the charity. 2块钱捐给慈善团体。For every cup. Please go back to read the Sunday time and see where, since every day you drink coffee, kopi all right. So go there and drink before you come for the class so you don't feel sleepy. Then you also donation 1杯捐2块钱呢。我你看。有贪啉过做好代志 ，1 arrow kill 2 stone 。I just want to check whether you are still sleeping. Okay, back to the class here. 照明 okay, this is one of the page 441. Okay, you see, even 照明 say that, you see, he said title this, instructing without instructing. He also say that. 對啊，有講敢若無講，叫我好嚴嘛。Okay, 慧能 page 449, the 6th page, 13 page 465. This one you can read up by yourself. Okay, next verse. Subhuti. Wait, let me see. Okay, Subhuti, what do you think? Does it occur to the Tathagata? I rescue beings. Surely, Subhuti, you should hold no such view. And why not, Subhuti? The beings does not exist who is rescued by Tathagata. Subhuti, if any being will rescue by the Tathagata will be attached to a self. And he will be attached to a being, attached to a life, and attached to a soul. So what is the main cause? If Buddha attached to Buddha himself, 假了 because this is the original cause. 如果他有我执 I help you, I save you, I liberate the all century. 我 细了跟你讲 ，but this is the original cause. If you say I, or your ego very egoistic, 惨。因为你出发嘛 ，start from you 嘛 ，then you must be have the other party 嘛 ，then come out to what are the things you help or something. So all this will follow up, will take into consideration. So this is referred to the three wills: giver, receiver, and the item you give. Then you are now in connection with the emptiness. So the main thing is no self. You practice no self, 一切好办。你我空吗 ？Emptiness yourself. If you get emptiness yourself, this is the bottom line, no? If you practice no self, definitely you don't have other party or even all things in the environment or whatever. You can just ignore already. Think about it, quite not. The main cause is no self. So as for Theravada Buddhism, 南传佛教, in fact, to us, we consider as a platform to Mahayana, 平台 platform or very fundamental, or you can treat it as a very kind of foundation. So the foundation, the platform, very, very important. Because this is just talking about no self. Before you build up, just a building, the powering stage, 打地基 so must be very firm, right, strong. Then before you build, otherwise the buildings, high-rise building will just collapse due to typhoon or whatever, it collapses already. Right, no? So just like that, I give you the example. So this is just like Theravada Buddhism. So Theravada Buddhism is also very important because we talk about no self. But they stop there already. The problem is because they're stagnant. They thought, that's all. They're very happy already, satisfy everything, 满足了. They thought, okay, can. Our heart, no problem. They thought this is a Buddha important message to convey to them, but in fact it's not really. In India, of course, due to the kind of environment in India, we talk about Stravaka, healer, that kind of capacity, 他们的根基嘛, Ampune 嘛, Indian 嘛. But when it transmitted to China, 中国, different already. Different place, different environment, different culture, so different. Well, so of course, they in comparison, they say this is Mahayana, 你是大乘的吗? Then I'm 小乘嘛. But they don't recognize Mahayana. 大乘非佛说, they don't recognize Mahayana because the history, according to history, too long already. Because even for Theravada Buddhism, if you know the history in Indian Buddhism, after the Buddha passed away, Buddha passed away for 100 years, more than 100 years. 100 to 150 years, 100到150年 after Buddha passed away 之后. Then they start to gather for counseling. You know counseling? 3 counsel, 三大阶级嘛. You know counsel just a between meeting. So before they compile all the teaching, Buddha teaching. So you must know the history. So they are closely related. 他们是密切很关系的 very close. So you cannot say Mahayana is not spoken by the Buddha. You cannot say that. But this is what they believe. Okay, anyway. Even until now, this is a very controversial issue, from the academic point of view, 学术上 those scholars argue, cannot solve, cannot resolve. 不变. All those professors have their evidence. Yeah, I show my evidence. So we don't recognize Mahayana. Mahayana say, I got another evidence. You cannot say that because Mahayana also came from the Theravada. 洗掉两派. So argue, debate. So no answer, no solution until now. Boy, you go and do another research. So you will get 2 PhD, instead of 1, You do 1, 2 PhD, you do 1, Oh, good. He go beyond everything already. Neither A nor B. It's straight away, you see. So you go out, you become Arhat. Okay, you see the below how they explain. Now in chapter 3, the Buddha tells Subhuti that those who set forth on the Bodhisattva path resolve to parinirvana. Parirvapapya. That means they pray, okay, in Sanskrit. All beings and to lead them into the this nirvana tyatu. That means the realm of nirvana. 涅槃的境界 realm of nirvana. Nirvana means liberation. 涅槃 right? Chinese called 涅槃 nirvana liberation. But do so without being attached to such perception of self or being. Because if you attach to yourself, attach to sentient being, then this cannot consider as liberation, nirvana. Because you attach to yourself, this is the original cause. Then you attach to all things in the phenomena, then even worse. Definitely cause suffering. Upaya, dukkha, suffering. So, which they are able to transcend, that means go beyond, surpass, to transcend, 超越, in Chinese, to transcend or transform through the cultivation of wisdom. So have to be guided by the wisdom. 要智慧作为引导 wisdom or insight. So just like I told you, foolish is not stupid. Foolish means ignorant. Ignorant means without wisdom, 没有智慧. Right or not? If you say foolish, that means you are low educated. 你很笨呢. This is called foolish, stupid. Right? But traveling the Bodhisattva path requires more than wisdom. Okay? Traveling Bodhisattva path requires more than wisdom. And here, the Buddha uses the word, parimocita, that means rescue, in the bracket rescue, to emphasize the compassion of such resolve. So in other words, compassion is very important in Mahayana Buddhism, especially for Bodhisattva, Pusa, like Guan Yin Pusa, right? And due to the great compassion, 大悲, great compassion. Because all the Bodhisattva have the feature, 他们的特色嘛, like Siddhikapa Bodhisattva, 地藏菩萨, or Manjusri Bodhisattva, 文殊菩萨, then the other one is Guan Yin Pusa, then Puxing Pusa, all these four. So this represents all the Bodhisattva, all due to the different kind of style, the way they cultivate. And Guan Yin Pusa is because of talking about the great compassion. Now, next page, 371. So, the emphasis, right? The emphasis is not no liberation in the realm of nirvana, but on rescue from the realm of samsara, right? Samsara, right? Lunhui. Can you see the PowerPoint here? Here, the textbook they use N for November instead of M for here mother. Okay, both can be done because you pronounce as samsara, right? Chinese called lunhui, samsara in Sanskrit. So Buddhists recognize that there is a continuous cycle of life and death, then rebirth, 投胎. This is what we believe. Doesn't mean that after we pass away, die away, no more, right? Right? No future, nothing, only for present life. But we Buddhists believe that Buddhism, there's a samsara due to our karma, so we will rebirth, reborn, right? 轮回投胎, whether due to our karma, we talk about 6 cycles, right? Divine being, human being, hungry ghosts, asura, hell beings, the animal, going up 6 cycles. So solely depend on our karma. But of course, when we reborn on the particular realm, we've forgotten the previous life already. That's what we don't know. So, it's a continuous cycle of life, death, and rebirth. So this cycle is known as samsara, right? In Sanskrit called samsara. So the ultimate aim of Buddhist practice is to become free from samsara. 跳出六道轮回. It's only that we do that, then we can attain liberation. Like you and me, if you don't attain liberation, next life we are still in the samsara. It just depends on which cycle. Human being, divine being, 天人, those gods, God, 形这样, or animal, hungry ghosts, hell being, asura, lak'e ma. So solely depend on karma. So we Buddhism believe that when we die, there's a next life. Next life. But don't know where we go or we rebirth. So solely depend on our karma. We believe in karma. Okay? So this is called samsara. Okay, nirvana. Here, since we got the material, Chinese called Nibbana. Nirvana is the goal of many Buddhist paths. Because to them, especially for Theravada Buddhism, Nibbana, this is the ultimate goal, final goal. And leads to the soteriological release. 就是 this soteriological, this vocab is actually very frequent, used by Christianity, 基督教. They got salvation. Like this word salvation is actually used by them, the word, you know. But Buddhism also borrow that. Sometimes they say, or salvation, you know. So soteriological 就是 release from dukkha or suffering and rebirth in samsara. Okay, so this is used to refer to the extinction of desire. 欲望, right? Extinguish of desire, hatred, and ignorance. 贪嗔痴 in Chinese. So desire can means greedy, greed, right? Greedy, and ultimately of suffering and rebirth. Well, this is called three poisoners, right? 三毒 in if you study the textbook, The Way to Buddhahood. Okay, back to the textbook. So another crucial difference is that previously the emphasis was on the point of view of Bodhisattva. Here, the point of view is that of a Buddha, right? From the Buddha point of view. Okay? Now, the scholar, the following one, Vasubandhu, Shih, Chinese called Shih, also one of the co-founder of Yogacara school. So page 468. You see, how you say, we just quote this one and see. He said again, the doubt arises if dharmas are undifferentiated and neither superior nor inferior. Why does the Tathagata talk about the saving being? Right now, this is raised a question. Okay, the next one is another brother called Asanga, page 438. Then Senzao, page 460. This one very short. We see how you say Senzao. Okay, could say Senzao say enlightenment is the fruits. Yeah, 是一个果嘛, is a fruit that isn't picked. Teaching is a doctrine that forgets the word. He used this one as an example. Right? So you go beyond that. Right? Forget the word. That means you don't attach to it. So we should go beyond that. Foolish, go beyond foolish. You won't attach to it. Correct? No? You just use the wrong word. Some people are very particular about that. How can you do this? Keep on arguing, then wasting a lot of time. Something. Okay, Huinan, page 449. Deqing, page 465. Shenyi, page 461. Okay, you want to know the page number? Can you turn to the next page? Dao Chuan, page 464. Okay, can you see the next verse? Attachment to a self, Subhuti, is said by the Tathagata to be no attachment. Yet foolish people remain attached. And foolish people, Subhuti, are said by the Tathagata to be no people. So thus are they called foolish people? Because no people, how can I say foolish people? Because just the people, they say foolish people. Quite now, this is a simple logic. Okay, you see how does it explain here? Now, all attachment are manifestations of attachment to a self. That's why I told you before just now. All start from the original cause. All start from ourselves. We just imagine. If you know that, or you already understood there's no self, if there's a no self, because start from ours 嘛，从我们开始嘛。If no self, then you won't attach to anything else. You won't attach to any object in the external world already. So the bottom line is ourself. 从我们开始，会喏 I hate you, I love you, whatever, I buy this thing, all start from I. 我吗？各位呢 ？I 我。That's why in Buddhism talk about no self 啊，无我。Especially for Theravada Buddhism, right? So this is very fundamental one. The bottom line, I. A lot of people, including you and me, I do this, I whatever. Going on, start from I. So according to here, all attachment are manifestation of attachment to a self. The self is the only reality of which we are aware since birth. Going on, after you're born in this world, then you're already aware yourself already. I, this, and so because you are too aware of our physical body, ourself, so we become very selfish. We become very egoistic. Correct or not? You are never we are very inconsiderate. Selfish, ma. So always think about yourself. Don't care about the surrounding people. Correct or not? It's the way you see in your daily life, the way you see how we behave. You see people throw the rubbish, I told you so many times. If early in the morning, before the sweeper comes and sweep the floor, if you walk across the HDB void deck, I tell you, there's so many rubbish and so messy and so dirty. Then you say Singapore clean? No, not really. If the sweeper don't sweep, I tell you, horrible. One day don't sweep only, I tell you, all in a mess, dirty. And this is how people behave. Selfish, 自私嘛. Why 自私? Because of you 嘛. I, self, your own self gain. 自己也要得到好处嘛. So you don't care about other people. So you just imagine. Theravada Buddhism talk about no self. And Mayan Buddhism talk about, not only no self, but we also don't attach to surrounding whatever. Expand it out. Expanding. 扩充. Besides self, there are things all things in the phenomena. And this is called Mahayana Buddhism. So, you say how to practice no self? Don't be selfish, 不要自私 more considerate. This is called no self. Then how to practice? Simple. I mean, this is how we keep on learning to keep on practice day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, until we die. So once you gain the experience, you know why is Buddhism talk about no self, and this is called wisdom. And this is how you generate the wisdom, right? So we will be lesser suffering. 痛苦就比较少 and lesser obstacle. So people 讲说我业障深重 so how to 消业 you need a wisdom to 消业吧 but we do need the spiritual power because spiritual power cannot override karma 神通抵不了业力 spiritual power cannot override karma cannot only wisdom. I told you already in the Dharma class right, I told you already in the Dharma class, right, you study before, right, the way in the textbook, the way to Buddhahood. If you can remember, right, confusion, 惑 in Chinese means affliction, mental defilement, 烦恼. Then karma, action or behavior, then go to suffering, dukkha, 惑业苦, so wrong. So why we are suffering now? 我们为什么会苦? Because of karma. Yeah, old people will tell you, just like my grandmother told me before, 哎呦，業重重啦，業真重，伊跟你講業真重嘛 ，heavy karma 嘛 ，but they stop here already because they don't know it's because of 煩惱嘛。Because if you know the 煩惱, you need the wisdom to counteract, That means you must know the Dharma, You must attend the Dharma talk. You must attend the Dharma classes. You must read the Dharma books, you know. Otherwise, you don't generate wisdom. Do know the Dharma. No Dharma knowledge, you know. So, to them, you know, the old-timer one, they are not highly educated one. So what they do? Chanting, 念經, 山頂真正好念經, 念經. 拜懺, 大悲懺, 梁王寶懺, 水陸法懺, It's okay. This is considered cultivation. 我没有讲不好啊 ，OK. But if you chant without knowing, without understanding, 你要消这个业啊 ，totally 啊 difficult. 不是我讲的 ，Buddha said one. No. It depends on chanting, solely chanting. 只有念经哦，不会晒 ，cannot. You will get the effect. There's some effect. 你会得到一些好处 on that spot. Or after a short while, you feel more relief. 輕冇你食啦，較好淡薄。But 治標不治本 ，only temporary only. So after that, come back again. 斬草不除根，春風吹又生。Because the roots still there, so condition arise， 因緣具足，過來了。有人就過煩惱。哦，12個拜懺，哇，一個無代志，12個過來了，呢個拜就拜買。拜停，就是你看到 ？Am I correct to say that? So 因为你没有办法消业嘛，一个来了嘛 ，they come back again, they will come back again 嘛。就是我爷呢破病，那破病哦。If you don't totally cure 啊，一个来了，对不对？So it's the same logic 了。So this one the same thing. If you just want to solve the karma, cannot. No way. No way. The only thing is, this is the original cause. This is the main culprit. 这个是罪魁祸首。So confusion 就是引的人哦，愚痴哦。So we cultivate 我们修行啊 ，cultivate the dharma. It's because you want to generate wisdom. Wisdom cultivate this one. No coefficient will go karma. I mean based on this one logic. If this one no more, 无了嘛。No karma already. There's no karma we got suffering. No suffering. So karma is not important, not so horrible. No? The most horrible thing is your main worry is this one, not this one. 这无物件，这 nothing. Right? This is the main culprit. You must know how to handle this one. So through cultivation in terms of meditation, in terms of practice the Dharma, whatever, it's just because you want the wisdom to counteract this one. Confusion. So very, very important concept. Okay, so here, they say, all other varieties are simply reflection and transformation of this one. Okay, see, I refer to page 373 here. All attachment and manifestation of attachment of self, the self is the only variety of which we are aware of since we rebirth, born. All other varieties are simply reflection and transformation of this one underlying variety. Okay? At least we assume this variety to be real because we thought it's real, but it's actually unreal. So according to Buddhism, all things in the phenomena all are unreal, 不真实的 unreal. So yet, when we examine ourselves in the light of wisdom, okay, it is found to be without any basis at all. Why? Because due to the nature of emptiness, they are subject to changes. They all are depend on causes and conditions. So nothing is independent. 没有一个独立的。So to talk about mutual dependent. We are depend on each other, related to each other. So if you are related to each other according to Buddhism, then you shouldn't become enemy of other people. 你就不要成为敌人嘛，因为你跟我有关系的嘛。But in your past life, you are my brother or my sister. Who know? 因为我们有关系的嘛 related. So how can be an enemy? So according to Master 圣言 Dharma Drum 法鼓山，慈悲无敌人。But of course, talk about compassion is something to do with the wisdom, in connection with the wisdom. So 慈悲无敌人嘛。So if you have a compassion, then there's no enemy anymore. 你哪里会有敌人？对了，你 look at the Israel, Gaza, you look at the Russia and Ukraine. If they have a compassion, if they're really talking about love, then we got enemy. We are all friends. So we will try to sit down and resolve everything. 可以了，因为如果是敌人就不能讨论了。There's no way to talk already because you are not my enemy. So I thought you want to harm me, so I attack you first before you harm me. So this is called enemy already. But we are all friends. No enemy. 万事好商量。Have a cup of Starbucks coffee. Don't forget $2 donate to the charity. Then you will be happy. 对吗？那不是很好吗？ So boy, Starbucks, but not all the Starbucks, you check the newspaper, which outlet? Then they ask you, who recommended you? You say, my teacher. Who? Buddhist monk. What's the name? Don't know. So this is the only obstruction standing between foolish people and Buddha. It's just like ordinary people and sages. If foolish people realize that they are not people, much less foolish, because they know that this is actually depend on causal condition. It's not real people, 不是真正的吗？ Just like you and me, because you are make out 5 skandha, the 5 aggregates in the textbook, the way to Buddhahood. So all these are actually, that's why we say no self. If one of the elements disappear, whatever, so you cannot form a human being. So if foolish people realize that they are not people, much less foolish, they will be Buddha. 他们就是佛陀。It means you have a wisdom already. Wisdom or ignorance, and this is a clear difference between the two. If you attach to yourself, then you are foolish people. 你就是笨的众生哦。If you know that there's no people, all are unreal, then you are the wise one 哦。你就是一个 sage 哦，圣人哦。That means whether you are the Buddha or Bodhisattva Pusa. So this is the difference between the two. The main difference, whether you are lay people, normal people, or the sages. So as long as they don't, then they remain as foolish people. It's just a normal people, those non-Buddhist one, 不是佛教徒, right? And they believe all things are all real. And this is how they're going to enjoy the materialistic life. This is how they enjoy. And enjoy in terms of food, everything. But a lot of things, people getting sick or illness. Of course, there are so many factors, but the main thing is food consumption. Let me tell you. In China, in Chinese, there's a phrase, 病从口入. Doesn't mean that all must depend because solely due to the food consumption, but mainly, 主要 mainly the food we take, food consumption. But a lot of people don't care. Just anyhow eat, especially for young people, they enjoy first. Then when the age grow older, then you realize that 哎呦，吃死哦，吃死到好无吃，吃到破病了咯。Today the newspaper came out. Do you read the newspaper before come here? I know only sister. He always tell me, teacher, I read already. I read the newspaper before I come here. I said, okay, good, 100 marks, 100分. The diabetes, 糖尿病, they have a survey, Singaporean. 60%, 100%, 60%. A lot of people didn't realize that they have a diabetes. And when some people have diabetes, they don't have any symptoms. Initially, they don't have any symptom one. 他没有症状的. So a lot of people don't know. They don't care. So the doctor give advice. How do you know you get diabetes? 糖尿病. The only way is go for check up. 去检查. Only check up will check whether you have a diabetes. Because they don't have any symptom. You see, in Singapore, we always say 三高嘛，糖尿病不是one of the 高吗 The other one is 高血压吗？还有一个是什么？哦 cholesterol， 还有 cholesterol。You see, all this 三高is due to what? Well, because we eat the way, and of course lifestyle, and the exercise sometimes. If people like you as a lay people or ordinary people, they are not so routine 嘛。有时1点困，有时2点困，有时卖困，有时笑笑，有时不笑，有时起笑。So you just imagine, so not routine. So it just if you're not routine, then your body young is okay, no. Especially for old people, if you're not routine, I tell you a lot of problem. Then plus the food you take. Then for the old people, you need more exercise, no. Young people is okay, one can sleep until 12 o'clock, no. You can skip the breakfast, no. Just lunch together. But old people sometimes cannot. So the fact is, you must accept. You have to accept, I'm old already. 你要接受你老了。If you don't accept it, then it's miserable. 你会很痛苦的。I told you before, I got one student, 93 years old, no? I told you before already, so I don't want to repeat because time's out already. Because I look at the other boy, the young man look at me, 又来了，你供给了。Okay, so today you stop here. So don't forget, we do the dedication at the same time. Besides, who want to transfer the merit to your whatever, and don't forget to transfer merit to Li Shini, and hope that she can go to the Pure Land. Okay, please hold the palm and follow me. May all the merits thus accumulated be dedicated to all sentient beings. May all sentient beings and I together attain Buddhahood. Please stand up. Okay, please hold the palm. One palm to the Buddha. Okay, enjoy lunch. Okay, enjoy lunch. Oh, sister came. Okay.